Good evening, friends. Welcome to our Friday night Kirtan. I'm Dr. Michelle, and it's my joy to be with you this evening as we celebrate Sri Yukteswar's birthday, which was 2 days ago on May 10th. Sri Yukteswar was Yogananda's guru, and Yogananda wrote eloquently about him in his autobiography, and I will share this evening a few readings from the autobiography, as well as writing by Yogananda's nephew, Hari Krishna Ghosh, about Sri Yukteswar and how Sri Yukteswar was when he often came to visit their family home in Calcutta. And so why don't we start with a prayer and an invocation, and then I will share some readings tonight, more than I probably often do, and we'll do some chants and really try to tune into Sri Yukteswar's spirit. This is a photo of him here in front of the altar and up here between Jesus and Yogananda. So let's start with a prayer. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, friend, beloved, God, great masters, Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Lahiri Mahasaya, Swami Sri Yukteswar Ji, beloved Guru Paramhansa Yogananda Ji, all saints, we lovingly bow before you all. Blessed Sri Yukteswar, thank you for coming to this earth plane to be Yogananda's guru, to help bring these teachings of self-realization to the West, for your life and inspiration. Help us tune into your jnana yoga, your wisdom, that it may inspire and enlighten our own lives. We are ever thine. Receive us. Om. Peace. Amen. Let's chant this evening, start this evening with Hymn to Brahma. Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadrisham Tattvamasya Divaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalam Achalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami, full of bliss, giving joy transcendent of higher knowledge, the abode, do and no more, clear as the heavens, known to all as thou art that. He is pure, permanent, unmoving, the everlasting seer of all, far, far beyond qualities and thoughts. Guru Lord, I bow to This first reading comes from chapter 12 in the autobiography, Years in My Master's Hermitage. And this is shortly after Yogananda finds Sri Yukteswar in this lifetime. And he says, "Guruji, please tell me something of your life. I was squatting on a straw mat near his tiger skin. The friendly stars were very close, it seemed, beyond the balcony. My family name was Priya Nath Karar. I was born here in Serampore, where father was a wealthy businessman. He left me this ancestral mansion, now my hermitage. My formal schooling was little. I found it slow and shallow. In early manhood, I undertook the responsibilities of a householder and have one daughter, now married. My middle life was blessed with the guidance of Lahiri Mahasaya. After my wife died, I joined the Swami order and received the new name of Sri Yukteswar Giri. Such are my simple annals." And there's a couple of footnotes here. Yukteswar means united to God, and Giri is a one of the 10 ancient Swami branches, and Sri means holy as a title of respect. And Sri Yukteswar was born on May 10th in 1855. "Guruji, I would like to hear some stories of your childhood." Here's Sri Yukteswar's response. "I will tell you a few, each one with a moral." Sri Yukteswar's eyes twinkled with this warning. "My mother once tried to frighten me with an appalling story of a ghost in a dark chamber. I went there immediately and expressed my disappointment at having missed the ghost. Mother never told me another horror tale. Moral, look fear in the face, and it will cease to trouble you." Another early memory is my wish for an ugly dog belonging to a neighbor. I kept my household in turmoil for weeks to get that dog. My ears were deaf to offers of pets with more prepossessing appearance. Moral, attachment is blinding. It lends an imaginary halo of attractiveness to the object of desire. A third story concerns the plasticity of the youthful mind. I heard my mother remark occasionally, "A man who accepts a job under anyone is a slave." That impression became so indelibly fixed that even after my marriage, I refused all positions. I met expenses by investing my family endowment in land. Moral, good and positive suggestions should instruct the sensitive ears of children. Their early ideas long remain sharply etched. Chant Om Guru.
Om Guru,
In 1935, Yogananda returned to India to see his guru shortly before Sri Yukteswar's passing. And one of his disciples, Richard Wright, came with him and wrote in his travelogue, his diary, just this beautiful description of their meeting and what Sri Yukteswar looked like, who he was like as a person, how he sort of carried himself. And I thought that this would be a wonderful passage to read this evening. And Yogananda quotes Richard Wright's diary here in chapter 40 of the autobiography. Today, filled with the highest anticipations, I drove Yoganandaji from Calcutta to Serampore, Mr. Wright recorded in his travel diary. We passed by quaint shops, one of them the favorite eating haunt of Yoganandaji during his college days, and finally entered a narrow, walled lane. A sudden left turn, and there before us towered the simple but inspiring two-story ashram, its Spanish-style balcony jutting out from the upper floor. The pervasive impression was that of peaceful solitude. In grave humility, I walked behind Yoganandaji into the courtyard within the hermitage walls. Hearts beating fast, we proceeded up some old cement steps, trod no doubt by myriads of truth-seekers. The tension grew keener and keener as on we strode. Before us, near the head of the stairs, quietly appeared the Great One, Swami Sri Yukteswarji, standing in the noble pose of a sage. My heart heaved and swelled as I felt myself blessed by the privilege of being in his sublime presence. Tears blurred my eager sight when Yoganandaji dropped to his knees and with bowed head offered his soul's gratitude and greeting, touching with his hand his guru's feet, and then, in humble obeisance, his own head. He rose then and was embraced on both sides of the bosom by Sri Yukteswarji. No words passed at the beginning, but the most intense feeling was expressed in the mute phrases of the soul. How their eyes sparkled and were fired with the warmth of renewed soul union. A tender vibration surged through the quiet patio, and even the sun eluded the clouds to add a sudden blaze of glory. On bended knee before the Master, I gave my own unexpressed love and thanks, touching his feet, calloused by time and service, and receiving his blessing. I stood then and faced the two beautiful, deep eyes, smoldering with introspection, yet radiant with joy. We entered his sitting room, whose whole side opened to the outer balcony first seen from the street. The Master braced himself against a worn davenport, sitting on a covered mattress on the cement floor. Yoganandaji and I sat near the Guru's feet, with orange-colored pillows to lean against and ease our positions on the straw mat. I tried to penetrate the Bengali conversation between the two Swamijis, for English, I discovered, is null and void when they are together. Although Swamiji Maharaj, as the great Guru is called by others, can and often does speak it. But I perceived the saintliness of the Great One through his heartwarming smile and his twinkling eyes. One quality easily discernible in his merry, serious conversation is a decided positiveness in statement, the mark of a wise man who knows he knows, because he knows God. His great wisdom, strength of purpose, and determination are apparent in every way. Studying him reverently from time to time, I noticed that he is of large athletic stature, hardened by the trials and sacrifices of renunciation. His poise is majestic. A decidedly sloping forehead, as if seeking the heavens, dominates his divine countenance. He has a rather large and homely nose, with which he amuses himself in idle moments, flipping and wiggling it with his fingers like a child. His powerful dark eyes are haloed by an ethereal blue ring. His hair, parted in the middle, begins as silver and changes to streaks of silvery gold and silvery black, ending in ringlets at his shoulders. His beard and mustache are scant or thinned out, yet seem to enhance his features, and, like his character, are deep and light at the same time. He has a jovial and rollicking laugh which comes from deep in his chest, causing him to shake and quiver throughout his body, very cheerful and sincere. His face and stature are striking in their power, as are his muscular fingers. He moves with a dignified tread and erect posture. He was clad simply in the common dhoti and shirt, both once dyed a strong ochre color, but now a faded orange. Glancing about, I observed that this rather dilapidated room suggested the owner's non-attachment to material comforts. The weather-stained white walls of the long chamber were streaked with a fading blue plaster. At one end of the room hung a picture of Lahiri Mahasaya, garlanded in simple devotion. There was also an old picture showing Yogananda as he had first arrived in Boston, standing with the other delegates to the Congress of Religions. I noted a quaint concurrence of modernity and antiquity. A huge cut-glass candle-light chandelier was covered with cobwebs through disuse, and on the wall was a bright, up-to-date calendar. The whole room emanated a fragrance of peace and calmness. Beyond the balcony, I could see coconut trees towering over the hermitage in silent protection. It is interesting to observe that the master has merely to clap his hands together and, before finishing, he is served or attended by some small disciple. Incidentally, I am much attracted to one of them, a thin lad named Prafulla, with long black hair to his shoulders, a most penetrating pair of sparkling black eyes, and a heavenly smile. His eyes twinkle as the corners of his mouth rise, like the stars and the crescent moon appearing at twilight. Swami Sri Yukteswarji's joy is obviously intense at the return of his product, and he seems to be somewhat inquisitive about the product's product. However, predominance of the wisdom aspect in the Great One's nature hinders his outward expression of feeling. Yogananda presented him with some gifts, as is the custom when the disciple returns to his guru. We sat down later to a simple but well-cooked meal. All the dishes were vegetable and rice combinations. Sri Yukteswarji was pleased at my use of a number of Indian customs, finger eating, for example. After several hours of flying Bengali phrases and the exchange of warm smiles and joyful glances, we paid obeisance at his feet, bade adieu with a pranam, and departed for Calcutta with an everlasting memory of a sacred meeting and greeting. Although I write chiefly of my external impressions of him, yet I was always conscious of the true basis of the saint, his spiritual glory. I felt his power and shall carry that feeling as my divine blessing. Let's chant I am Om with the later lines, Sri Yukteswar, come to me. We'll call to Sri Yukteswar in your heart, the inspiration of this passage. am Om, I am Om, I am Om, I am Om. Omnipresence, I am Om, all-pervading, I am Om, all blessed, I am Om. Shri Yukteswar, come to me, come to me, oh come to me. Shri Yukteswar, come to me, come to me, oh come to me. I am Om, I am Om, I am Om, I am Om. Omnipresence, I am Om, all-pervading, I am Om, all blessed, I am Om. Shri Yukteswar, come to me, come to me, oh come to me. Shri Yukteswar, come to me, come to me, oh come to me. I am Om, I am Om, I am Om, I am Om. Omnipresence, I am Om, all-pervading, I am Om, all blessed, I am Om. Shri Yukteswar, come to me, come to me, oh come to me. Shri Yukteswar, come to me, come to me, oh come to me. I am Om, I am Om, I am Om, I am Om. Omnipresence, I am Om, all-pervading, I am Om, all blessed, I am Om. Shri Yukteswar, come to me, come to me, oh come to me. Shri Yukteswar, come to me, come to me, oh come to me. I am Om, I am Om, I am Om, I am Om. Omnipresence, I am Om, all-pervading, I am Om, all blessed, I am Om. Shri Yukteswar, come to me, come to me, oh come to me. Shri Yukteswar, come to me, come to me, oh come to me. I am Om, I am Om, I am Om, I am Om. Omnipresence, I am Om, all-pervading, I am Om, all blessed, It's hard to have a kirtan and evening about Sri Yukteswar without playing Desire My Great Enemy, a chant that Yogananda said that they used to chant frequently in Sri Yukteswar's ashram. And it very much demonstrates the Gyan-avatar wisdom, incarnation of wisdom sort of aspect here at pranayam as a tool to help speed our journey to God. Desire, my great enemy, with his soldiers surrounding me, is giving me lots of trouble. Oh, my Lord, is giving me lots of trouble. Oh, my Lord, is giving me lots of trouble. That enemy I will deceive, remaining in the castle of peace, night and day in thy joy, oh my Lord, night and day in thy joy, oh my Lord, night and day in thy joy. What will be my fate? Oh Lord, tell me. Pranayam be thy religion. Pranayam will give thee salvation. Pranayam is the wishing tree. Pranayam is the wishing tree. Pranayam is the wishing tree. Pranayam is beloved God. Pranayam is Creator Lord. Pranayam is the cosmic word. Pranayam is the cosmic word. Pranayam is the cosmic word. Control the little pranayam, become all-pervading pranayam. You won't have to fear anything anymore. You won't have to fear anything anymore. You won't have to fear anything anymore. Desire, my great enemy, with his soldiers surrounding me, is giving me lots of trouble. Oh, my Lord, is giving me lots of trouble. Oh, my Lord, is giving me lots of trouble. That enemy I will deceive, remaining in the castle of peace, night and day in thy joy, oh my Lord, joy, oh my Lord. What will be my fate, oh Lord, tell me. Pranayam be thy religion, Pranayam will give thee salvation. Pranayam is the wishing tree. Pranayam is the wishing tree. Pranayam is the wishing tree. Pranayam is beloved God. Pranayam is Creator Lord. Pranayam is the cosmic world. Pranayam is the cosmic world. Pranayam is the cosmic world. Control the little pranayam, become all-pervading pranayam. You won't have to fear anything anymore. You won't have to fear anything anymore. You won't have to fear anything anymore. Desire, my great enemy, with his soldiers surrounding me, is giving me lots of trouble, oh my Lord, is giving me lots of trouble, oh my Lord, is giving me lots of trouble, oh my Lord. That enemy I will deceive, remaining in the castle of peace, night and day in thy joy, oh my Lord, night and day in thy joy, oh my Lord, night and day in thy joy, oh my Lord. What will be my fate, oh Lord, tell me. Pranayam be thy religion, Pranayam will give thee salvation. Pranayam is the wishing tree. Pranayam is the wishing tree. Pranayam is the wishing tree. Pranayam is beloved God. Pranayam is Creator Lord. Pranayam is the cosmic world. Pranayam is the cosmic world. Pranayam is the cosmic world. Control the little pranayam, become all-pervading pranayam. You won't have to fear anything anymore. You won't have to fear anything anymore. You won't have to fear anything anymore. Night and day in thy joy, oh my Lord, night and day in thy joy, oh my Lord, night and day in thy joy, oh my Lord. You won't have to fear anything anymore. Night and day in thy joy, oh my Lord. I want to read this, written by Hari Krishna Ghosh, one of Yogananda's nephews, the son of Yogananda's brother, Sananda Lal Ghosh. And Hari Krishna was born in the Calcutta home where Yogananda grew up from age 12. And he talks in here about his father, who was Yogananda's brother, his grandfather, Yogananda's and his brother's father, and Sri Yukteswar, and Guruji here is in reference to Yogananda. He writes, I met Sri Yukteswar when I was very young. From my very childhood, I met him many, many times because he used to come to our house. I felt that he was a great soul. You could tell largely from his very appearance and his personality. When he used to come to our house, we, everybody, were quite alert. He was so tall and very well built. The first thing we used to see whenever he would arrive in our house was the door filled with his large frame. Many people would gather at our house to see and hear him. He was a godlike person. He could draw people in no time. He was also a great friend and brother disciple of my grandfather. At least once or twice every month he used to come to Guruji's home to meet my grandfather. And whenever he used to come, he would remain at our house for the whole day long. I have seen him taking his midday meals along with my grandfather, sitting side by side together. And my mother used to cook their food and serve them. He was a very kind and loving man to the common people and friends. Only he was strict to his disciples. He loved all the children and used to bring lozenges and chocolates for us, the children. And he used to talk with us as an ordinary man. He was fond of feeding friends and devotees or whoever used to visit him in his Serampore house and also in his Puri ashram. I have heard his speeches on many occasions when he used to advise his devotees to meditate, meditate, and meditate, more and more with utmost devotion to God. And he used to say, by this way you will minimize the cycle of life and death. He used to explain, a man takes birth, then he dies. Again he is born. Again he dies. This cycle he can minimize if he practices meditation deeply. Sri Yukteswar was very serious about his meditation. How he loved God. And he used to meditate and meditate. When I went to Serampore to his house, along with Guruji, as soon as Guruji went there, after greeting him, Guruji said, Sri Yukteswar, Guruji, your house is not in good condition, so I would like to get your house nicely repaired and painted. So Sri Yukteswarji told him, if you wish, you can repair my house. You can get it painted. But in that case, I will not be able to meditate as before, because my mind will be on the repaired house and the new paint. Still, Guruji got it repaired and painted. Let's chant Search Him Out in Secret, and then we'll have a short meditation and end with healing prayers. Without meditation, mind, hither thither wanderest thou. Without meditation, mind, hither thither wanderest thou. Adorable hymn, adorable hymn, search him out in secret now. Search him out in secret now. Floating on the breeze of bliss, in the chariot of sky, peering into his eyes with thy diving eye. Floating on the breeze of bliss, in the chariot of sky, peering into his eyes with thy diving eye. Thousand petals nectar drink, drink and drink, drink. Thousand petals nectar drink, drink and drink, drink. With cosmic mighty home, deeper do thou sink. With cosmic mighty home, with cosmic mighty home, deeper do thou sink. Without meditation, mind, hither thither wanderest thou. Without meditation, mind, hither thither wanderest thou. Adorable hymn, adorable hymn, search him out in secret now. Search him out in secret now. Floating on the breeze of bliss, in the chariot of sky, peering into his eyes with thy diving eye. Floating on the breeze of bliss, in the chariot of sky, peering into his eyes with thy diving eye. Thousand petals nectar drink, drink and drink, drink. Thousand petals nectar drink, drink and drink, drink. With cosmic mighty home, deeper do thou sink. With cosmic mighty home, with cosmic mighty home, deeper do thou sink. Deeper do thou sink. feel blessed with Sri Yukteswar's wisdom, his peace, and his joy. I invite you to see him sending showers of blessings to this planet of wisdom, peace, and joy. All the masters. And let's take these blessings and serve as channels for them as we chant 3 times. Om 3 times. Peace. Amen. Thank you for joining me this evening. Happy birthday, Sri Yukteswar. May you feel his blessings in your life. God bless.